Learning goals. Welcome to this learning session on producing and marketing vegetable and ornamental plants. In this course, we shall address Introduction to Agribusiness and Production, Production Planning, Site Selection, Stages, Vegetable and Ornamental Plant Specifics, Developing Marketing Plans and Outlets, Post-Harvest Practices and Marketing Strategies. There will be a quiz at the end to test your knowledge. Introduction to Crop Production and Marketing. Welcome to this section, where we will explore the production and marketing of vegetable crops and ornamental plants. This course aims to equip you with the knowledge and skills necessary to plan, organize, produce, and successfully market these agricultural products. Understanding market needs is a crucial first step in any successful. Throughout this section, you will engage in activities designed to enhance your research, critical thinking, and analytical skills. These activities will help you identify market gaps, analyze existing businesses, and design innovative solutions for the agricultural industry. You will also gain practical skills in managing post-harvest operations, linking agricultural concepts to economics and business studies. Key concepts in agribusiness. Successful agribusiness ventures rely on several key concepts, starting with goal setting. This involves identifying specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound SMART objectives to guide your efforts. For instance, a SMART goal might be to increase tomato yield by 20% within the next growing season. Production planning is the systematic process of organizing and managing all resources and activities required to produce goods or services efficiently. Marketing encompasses the entire activity of promoting and selling products, including market research, advertising, and the exchange of commodities between producers, retailers, and consumers. The stages of vegetable or ornamental production typically include the organization, production, and post-production phases, each critical for success. Stages of production, organization, and planning. The organization or planning stage is crucial for the success of any production venture. It involves careful consideration of several factors, including what specific type and variety of crops to produce, where and when to produce them, and how. Most importantly, identifying the target consumer for your produce is paramount. Key considerations at this stage include what to produce, type and varieties, where to produce it, when to produce it, how to produce it, to whom it must be produced. This initial planning phase helps secure the necessary resources and market understanding before significant investment, minimizing risks and maximizing potential profitability. For example, understanding local demand for specific chili pepper varieties can guide your planting decisions. Stages of production, production and post-production. The production stage is where the actual on-field cultivation of selected vegetable or ornamental crops takes place. This involves a series of practical steps, from preparing the land to managing crop growth. For example, this stage includes activities like planting, irrigation, and pest control, ensuring the healthy development of the plants. The post-production stage focuses on how to process, store, and market the harvested produce to generate income and ensure profitability. This stage is guided by questions such as when and where to sell the produce and at what price. Post-harvest operations, including washing, sorting, grading, and packaging, are critical to avoid spoilage and add value to the product before it reaches consumers. For instance, proper cooling can extend the shelf life of leafy greens by several days. Vegetables are edible plants or plant parts consumed raw or cooked, classified botanically by life cycle, edible parts, or family characteristics. Common classifications include leafy vegetables like. Vegetables are edible plants or plant parts consumed raw or cooked, classified botanically by life cycle, edible parts, or family characteristics. Common classifications include leafy vegetables like lettuce, fruit vegetables such as tomatoes, root vegetables like carrots, and tuber vegetables like ginger. For example, Tomatoes are botanically fruits but culinarily vegetables and are a staple in many diets globally. Understanding these classifications helps in identifying market needs and planning production. For instance, leafy vegetables like spinach and cabbage are often in high demand for daily consumption, while root vegetables such as Irish potatoes provide essential starches. Market demand for specific vegetable types can fluctuate based on seasonal availability, cultural preferences, and health trends, making diverse production a smart strategy. In Ghana, for example, Contomire cocoyam leaves is a highly popular leafy vegetable. Ornamental plants and their value. Ornamental plants are cultivated primarily for their aesthetic value, enhancing landscapes and indoor spaces with their beauty. These plants can be flowering or non-flowering and serve various purposes, such as ground covers, herbaceous annuals and perennials, hedges, shrubs, trees, avenue plants, and potted plants. For example, roses are popular flowering ornamentals, while ferns are valued. The market for ornamental plants is diverse, catering to individual gardeners, landscapers, and urban developers. Beyond their visual appeal, ornamental plants contribute to environmental well-being by improving air quality and supporting biodiversity. The global ornamental plant market was valued at over $1 trillion in recent years, highlighting its significant economic contribution and potential for growth in various regions, including developing a marketing plan. A robust marketing plan is essential for success, especially given the perishable nature of vegetables and the often slower demand for ornamental plants. This plan must clearly outline what crops to sell, where to sell them, when to sell them, and at what price. Without a clear strategy, even high-quality produce can struggle to find its market. When deciding what to sell, factors like product profitability, cultivation skills required, labor costs, and startup capital are critical. For example, while exotic herbs might offer high profit margins, they often demand specialized care and higher initial investment. It's also important to consider different crops that can be produced at various times of the year to ensure a consistent supply and income stream. Ultimately, market needs should always dictate your crop choices. Market outlets and buyer preferences. Choosing the right market outlet is crucial and depends heavily on the scale of your operation. Various options exist, including direct-to-consumer marketing, farmers markets, community-supported agriculture (CSA) programs, and roadside stands. For larger operations, direct sales to restaurants, local supermarkets, food hubs, and wholesale markets become viable. Each channel offers different benefits and challenges. Understanding your buyers and their specific preferences is paramount. Some buyers, such as hospitals or certain supermarkets, may have stricter requirements regarding agricultural practices, quality certifications, and packaging standards. For example, a high-end restaurant might prioritize unique heirloom varieties, while a wholesale market focuses on consistent volume and standard grades. Tailoring your produce and marketing approach to these diverse buyer needs ensures better sales and stronger relationships. In Ghana, many farmers utilize local markets and roadside stands for direct sales, which often yield better prices for fresh. Production planning essentials. Effective production planning is the cornerstone of a successful agribusiness. It involves a detailed assessment of capital needs, including investment and cash operating expenses, to determine borrowing requirements. For example, a small-scale farmer might need capital for seeds, fertilizers, and basic tools, while a larger operation might require funds for greenhouse construction and irrigation systems. Infrastructure and equipment are also vital considerations, ranging from basic hand tools to specialized machinery and cold storage facilities for post-harvest handling. Management skills in production and marketing are indispensable. If these skills are lacking, hiring additional labor with expertise is a smart investment. Furthermore, a well-structured planting and harvesting schedule, alongside meticulous enterprise record-keeping, helps optimize timing, manage labor, and track financial performance for future decision-making. Studies show that farms maintaining detailed records are often 15 to 20% more profitable. Site selection and crop adaptability. Selecting an appropriate site is fundamental for successful vegetable and ornamental crop production. Key factors include the topography of the land, which should be ideal for crop growth, and the soil type, which must be fertile and well-draining. For instance, flat or gently sloping land is generally preferred to prevent erosion and facilitate irrigation. The existing vegetative cover can also indicate the suitability of the land for certain crops. Furthermore, the organic matter content in the soil significantly supports plant growth and yield, while a permanent water source is essential for consistent irrigation. Proximity to human settlement ensures continuous monitoring and easy access to labor, and good road access facilitates transportation of produce to market. Beyond site characteristics, the choice of crop must align with producer and consumer preferences, be adaptable to the local climate, and benefit from available technical knowledge. For example, some drought-resistant crops thrive in specific arid regions, making them a suitable choice for those localities. Post-harvest practices for vegetables. Post-harvest practices are critical for maintaining the quality, freshness, and market value of vegetables. These operations begin immediately after harvesting and include meticulous cleaning and washing to remove dirt and debris, ensuring hygiene and appealing appearance. For example, washing leafy greens thoroughly helps remove soil particles and potential contaminants, making them ready for consumption. Following cleaning, sorting, and grading vegetables based on size, weight, quality, and appearance ensures uniformity, which is highly valued by consumers and retailers. Rapid cooling and storage in controlled environments are essential to extend shelf life and prevent spoilage. Without proper cooling, many vegetables can spoil within days. Appropriate packaging and careful handling during transportation minimize physical damage, while controlled ripening for certain crops like tomatoes optimizes their quality before reaching the market. Studies show that proper post-harvest handling can reduce food loss by up to 20 to 30%. Post-harvest practices for ornamentals and marketing strategies. Post-harvest practices for ornamental plants focus on maintaining their aesthetic appeal and health. This includes pruning and trimming excess leaves and branches to improve appearance, and ensuring proper watering to keep plants fresh and hydrated during storage and transportation. Maintaining suitable temperature and humidity control is also crucial to prevent wilting and stress, especially for delicate flowers. For example, cut flowers often require specific cold chain management to extend their vase life. Effective marketing strategies for vegetables and ornamental plants involve leveraging various channels. For vegetables, this includes local farmers markets, grocery stores, online sales platforms, and promotional offers. For ornamental plants, partnerships with garden centers, nurseries, and landscaping companies are key, alongside online markets and visually appealing social media content. Providing plant care guides builds customer trust and enhances product value. A strong brand and certification, especially for organic produce, can significantly attract conscious consumers and differentiate products in a competitive market. Summary. Well done, you have completed the course, Producing and Marketing Vegetable and Ornamental Plants. You should now be familiar with Introduction to Agribusiness and Production, Production Planning, Site Selection, Stages, Vegetable and Ornamental Plant Specifics, Developing Marketing Plans and Outlets, Post-Harvest Practices and Marketing Strategies. Should you need to revisit any of the topics in this course, please use the menu at the bottom of the screen.